They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and many indie games showcase this. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a game that wears its inspiration on its sleeves, paying homage to classic survival horror games while still giving its own flair. Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy, and this is my non-spoiler review for Nightmare of Decay, developed and published by Checkmatty. Nightmare of Decay follows the story of an unnamed protagonist who has heard in the news of people mysteriously disappearing after having horrible nightmares. He gets scared because in recent days he has experienced horrible nightmares too. That night, he goes to sleep and he wakes up in a mansion full of zombies, monsters, and cultists, and now he must find a way to escape that horrible place. This game's story is interesting, but it's kept basic for the most part. You will find out about what happened through documents you find throughout the game and through cutscenes. This game features some retro PS1 graphics that stylize it in a way that suits the game. The game PC requirements are not high, and I was able to run the game at 60 FPS no problem. In what regards to the music, Nightmare of Decay doesn't stand out much in this department. Just like most survival horror games, some areas have no music at all, generating a certain feeling of uneasiness. Other areas feature more atmospheric tracks that accentuate the horror setting that you find yourself in. So let's talk about the gameplay. Nightmare of Decay is a first-person survival horror action indie game that focuses on simple puzzle solving, survival aspects, and exploration. The game has no inventory management component because your inventory is limitless. As you progress through the mansion, you will find documents that expand the story, and you will find key items that will allow you to progress forward. The game has many optional rooms and secrets that will get you more resources like bullets, healing items, and other things. The game features mini games in the form of a shooting range, which is very fun, and it allows you to get extra resources if you invest the time. There is a variety of enemies throughout the entire game. Some are classic staples of horror games like zombies, cultists, dogs, spiders, and other monsters are more unorthodox for the survival horror genre, like for example, knights, skeletons, and bunnies. Additional to the regular enemies, the game features quite a few boss fights. You will face these enemies with a variety of weapons that go from the standard handgun to shotguns, magnums, and even dynamite. So let's talk about the cons and the pros of this game. I think the only negative thing that I would point out of this game, besides the fact that the game in general is pretty basic, is that the boss fights are not balanced at all. For some reason, the bosses move way too fast and you move way too slow. So when you're fighting the bosses, it comes down to you emptying all of your resources, your bullets, your guns, to try and defeat them before they kill you. Because trying to dodge or run away from them just doesn't seem to work. In what regards to the pros or the strong points of this game, I would have to say that its main strong point is the gameplay. It's just an all-around fun experience for survival horror fans, especially Resident Evil fans. So in conclusion, Nightmare of Decay is a love letter to survival horror games in general, but pays a particular homage to Resident Evil games with its settings, gameplay, atmosphere, and enemies. The PS1 graphics add a retro charm to the game that pairs well with the atmosphere and gameplay. All around, this is pure comfort food for horror enthusiasts, and especially for RE fans. Despite the lack of balance of boss encounters, Nightmare of Decay still manages to offer players a fun horror gameplay experience that pays tribute to classic survival horror games while still shining with its own unique flair. For this reason, I recommend Nightmare of Decay. So that's gonna be it for my non-spoiler review of Nightmare of Decay for PC. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Viva muero.
Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.